Okay. So at the beginning, let me even talk about it. If I talked about this issue before, but let me just talk about it again. When we open, we will have some templates. Okay, and I told you template is just let me say an environment to work in. Okay, so you do have structural one, you do have architectural one, and etc. For us as architects, of course, we're gonna use the architectural template. If you said okay now, you will open something. For you, Layan, you will go to file, okay, and then click on option. You will go to file location. From here, you can understand how Revit is dealing actually with these templates. We do have now in my version, actually I do have 4. I had more than these, but I deleted some of them because I don't need it. I don't need them. Even though for me now I don't need even this system and structure and construction one. For us now we only need the one at the top, which is architectural one. Uh, if you click in here, you will open this 3 dots. This will open for you. For me, I do have this default metric. The important for you is again to check if it's the default metric or no. It's a must to be default metric one. You have to go back a folder, okay? And even to go back again a folder, you will see here templates. You will open it. For me, I will open my English. You do have Imperial and English normal. I will open the English normal one, and click on default metric. Whatever the name is, please just make sure that default metric is selected. So, okay. So, now, guys, please look. It's important for you to understand that each architect, okay, with each program. For example, for me now, if I'm using Revit, it doesn't mean I know 100% from this program. For anyone, okay. Um, for us, we know approximately 30 or 40% from this program, and then this is the 40% we are using always and always, because this is the thing we need. We are not dealing with until now with BIM system, which I told you about it before, which is the system that connect us with the civil and mechanical and etc. So for you guys and for me now, the important for me is just to make sure that you guys know this 30%. Uh, for let me see, Ibrahim. Guys, something else before starting. Please make sure that you added this course to Genius system. Okay? Let me just open my Genius and show you that how many students I do have now. Now only this student actually added this course. Okay? So please, if your name is not here, please try to solve your problem with your advisor or I don't know, and please add it to the system. That's first. Okay. Second thing, let me go back again and explain modify tab. This tab, you will use it like in every time you are using Revit, of course you will use this modify tab. I will go back again and explain one by one, starting with a line. Okay, I will have a wall. I will just draw a wall. WA is the shortcut, and then I will maybe add a component, and then add this component and this. Okay, starting with a line. What is the shortcut of a line, guys? AL. So AL for align. I can align in 2D and I can align in 3D. In 2D, I have first of all to select the source, of my alignment. For example, I want to align this office with this wall. I will click at the beginning the wall and then click the office. I will click this line, for example, with this edge. So I will click it and then click the edge I want. So if I want to move something, it will be the second selection. For example, I want to move this office. I will select this line and then select the office. Select this edge and then select the office. This is as 2D. What if I do have, for example, these three beside each other and all I want to align them here, L, and click multiple one in order to do it as multiple alignment. So multiple, click the first one and then 1, 2, 3. This is for offices or 2D. What if I am in 3D now? If I'm in 3D, I can select a face. These are faces. Okay? I can select a face and align something with it. It's important for me to understand that this is a horizontal one. This face must be horizontal. So if I want to align this office with this wall, it means I'm selecting this horizontal face with this horizontal face. I cannot align AL and select this face and then select this one. I cannot. I have to select a horizontal and then this one. I can see it's moved. Something else. And of course the same issue in here. If it's a vertical one, I have to select a vertical one. I'm just selecting the face out face, this one. And again, if I'm selecting, like, if I call this face, this little edge, if I call it as, maybe call it as horizontal also, it's okay. Or a top one, I have to select the top. And now if I want to select the top, I will keep clicking on tab in order to select it. I select the top. Now, of course, I will select a top face in order to select, or in order to align something with it. Sometimes it will not work. For example, now this office is not allowing me to select something. Let me try to select an edge. It's not allowing me even to select an edge, because some families are assigned with levels. So this one is with level 1. So I cannot even change the top of it. I have to play around with levels in here in order to move it up or down. Which is something clever actually with Revit. Because there is no way that there is an office aligned with a top of wall. It must be aligned with a floor. So let me see. What if now I want to align an edge with an edge? This is a horizontal edge, or this is a bottom one, which is this one, the bottom of this wall, with the top of that one. I'm able to do that. I will click align, click on this face. Let me just make sure that I select it. HL, tab. I select the bottom one. Now I will go back and select this one. It's moved. So this is for align. Any question about align? Okay. Moving into offset. Offset, I said it's just like a copy. If I do have a wall and I want to make a copy beside it. Okay? I want to make a copy. OF is the shortcut. I'm able to make a copy by clicking on this copy. Offset, for example, 1000. Okay. Since it's numerical one, it means I'm adding a number. If it's a graphical, it means just moving something. Like graphical, click on this wall, click again, move, click. I will repeat it. Click, click again, move, click. If it's numerical, I will click, for example, 1000. I'm using millimeter now. And click on this edge. I can see now my dash line. Click, I can see my copy. If it was without a copy, and then I click, it will be like a move. So it can either be a move or it can be a copy. Actually, we use it as a copy normally. Mirror. So, mirror, we do have two types. If I do have a line, I will click the first one. The shortcut of it, MM. If I don't have and I want to draw a line, I will click the second one. What do I mean? For example, I want to mirror this desk into, like, I will have, for example, an office next to it, or a desk next to it, or in front of it. Now I don't have a line actually. For example, if I have a wall, this wall will be a line. So I will click on this office, double M, and click on this line. I can see I copy it, I mirror it. If I don't have these, I will click desk, DM now, since I don't have a line or a wall, and then draw my line by myself. This is the little difference between them. Split element. Split element is like a knife. If you do have a wall, for example, and you want to divide it into pieces, you can by clicking one of them. You will see now the difference between them. The first one is just split element without a gap. The second one is split element with gap. So I will draw a little wall in here and a little one in there. And click the first one. And then click the intersection here. And click the intersection there. I will click skip. Click on this piece. Now I do have this wall as one piece, the middle one as one piece, and the third one as the third one, the third piece of the wall. What if I do have the same issue, but on the other side? For example, like this. I will click the second option, click the first one, click the second one, and now I can see there is a little gap in it. Little gap. Which means, now if I go to 3D, these are my walls. These are my walls. I can see directly the gap between the elements. And now if I try to move one of them, it will move, but it will take the gap with it, of course, huh? And this little sign will allow join. Now there is no join between these two walls. This little mark will allow them again, will make them again one wall. I will click on it, and now click on this wall, click on this wall, click allow join again. I will remove constraint. Now it became joined. Of course, it's split element, but it's joined again. This one without a gap, it means they are already joined. So this is the little, for me as Ismail, I never use this one with the gap. We use this element, split element, and sometimes we use this delete inner segment. What do I mean by delete inner segment? I will draw the two lines in here, or two walls. For example, I want to delete this part between these two walls. I will click SL for split line, and then click on delete inner segment. Click on this one, and then click on that one. I can see directly Revit delete it for me. I will go back to this bin and bin, moving into move, simply by selecting something, MV for move, click a point and then click the other point. MV, click a point and then click the other one. I will go back and bring a office or a desk, click it. This office, I want to move it to the right side 300 or 3000 millimeter. MV, click any point I want. It doesn't matter I don't have to click in it. Anywhere. In here, move like this to the right, 3000. Let me see. Am I okay? 3000. Okay. I moved it. What if I want to move from this little corner to this join? I will MV for move or zoom into it, click on it, go back, zoom out, zoom in, click on this intersection. This is for move. What about copy? Normally, click on an object, CO for copy, click a corner, click something. CO, select an object, CO, click a point to 500. Yes. For copy. For rotate, select an object, RO for copy. Now I can see my center in the center of this object. So if I click, for example, the first point, orbit or rotate, 45, click again. RO, click, 45, click again. What if I do have a wall like this? I will first of all move this object from this corner, MV, from this corner to this one. And now RO. The first one, if I just rotate something like this, it will go far away from this wall. This is not what I want. I will Control Z, select this object, RO. Now I can either click on place and click here, this join, or just RO, bring this little point and drag it into this corner. Now click on this edge and click on this wall. It became aligned with it. So this is for rotate. For trim, this is the first wall, this is the second wall. I want to trim this corner. It means to make a corner to connect them together. This is the first one. What if I do have a line and I want to bring all these walls into it? I will click the second one, this one, click this edge, and then click the walls to connect them. This one for delete. Select, delete. This one for pin. Pin, it means just to lock it. Click, pin it. Now if I try to move it, Revit will not accept because it's pinned. It's just, you cannot move a pinned element. In order to unpin it, I can go like this from this one. Unpin or UB is the shortcut. We do have array and scale. First one is a scale. I cannot scale system family. For example, if I try to scale a wall and click RE is the shortcut, This graphical one, if I click from here to this one and then like this, it means I'm just extending it. When you scale something, it means you are scaling it in both sides. Now, this family is not accepting to scale because it's a family you have to enter to it. And then, for example, this one is even if we try to select, even if we try to scale it, it will not accept because it will have some parameters. These are the parameters of this family. But anyway, the idea is you cannot scale a system family or a family that has some parameters. So, with the scale, we even scale the picture. If you remember, we brought the picture. Maybe this one. Let me just bring, for example, bring this picture just for now and put it here. Now, if I want to scale this picture, I will click RE and then, for example, this line, let me just see how this line is how much. LI from here to here is maybe make it first of all centimeter. This one is 1000. Let me make this line 2000. I will click on this one, RE, click from this point into this point, and then write 2000. Sorry. RE, from this one to this one, and then 2000. As you see, we scale it horizontally and vertically. With the wall, when I did RE for the wall, I just scale it, I just extend it because it will never accept to scale it even horizontally because it has some parameters, which is this one. For array, let's say that I do have, let me just bring a family. For example, this one. I do have this tree. And I want to rotate it around this disk. I can select it, click AR for array. In array, you do have two options. You can linear or radial. Radial, it means around something. It will benefit you even if you are just creating a table and chairs around it. Linear, just in a vertical line. This group and associated, it means just to make, after making an array, it will be, all this array will be a group. For example, I don't want to have this group. Or I will have it for now. If I click this linear, notice that there is two options, second and last. If I click second, and number is 5, and I click from this point into this point, for example, 700, and say yes, I can see he just copied 5 times, and between each one, 700. And why he just, copy it? Because my option is second. And between each one, 700. I will Control Z and click again AR. And now instead of second, I will put last. And again, put the same thing, 5. Click on this point and go and 700 and say yes. I can see he put the 5 element between this 700 centimeter I wrote. So if you want last, it means you are copying or just inserting some element between the the space you will assign or you will tell Revit. Now we will talk about radial one, AR. Let's say second, radial one. When I click radial, he just, again, the same thing. He just show me the place or this point. I will click a place and click the center of this element. And now I'm just in somehow rotating. Put the number, for example, 5. Click like this. Move it 180 and say yes. Let me see. AR 5. Radial 1. Place. Click on the center. Second. Put it as last. And put it 5. And click like this. And then 180. Now I can see he just created 5 elements on the left side. I can directly click again and click on this number 5. You can see it in here. And click, for example, 10 and say yes. He will increase the number. I can select it or select all. And now go to filter. Look at this option. I would select all. Go to filter. Check none. And go only for model group. Say apply. Okay. Now I'm just selecting this line. And now I will just double M. And then select this line. I just copy it on the other side. This was for array. So, let me now talk about dimension. This was for modify. Yes. Yes, the mirror I did. I didn't drag it to the right or left. It was just an office. Okay, let's say that I do have this office. This little sorry, let me just draw it here. Let's say this is my office. And now what I did, I just brought a tree. For example, let's say this is a tree or this is an object like this. I select the object and I said AR for array. And then I click a number 5. And I said my place, my point, this point, I want it to be in the center of this line. And I click on last. And I click 5. Group, of course. Click the first line. Rotate. Click again. It was 5. I click on 10 and say OK. And then I select everything. And I filter. Check none in order to deselect everything. Bring this model group. And say apply. Say OK. And now MM or DM. For example, now I don't have a line in the middle. I will click DM. And now this is the center point. I will click again. Sorry, I have to repeat it. Let me just select it again. Like this. Check none, make sure only model group, yes. Now DM. Click this one and draw a vertical line. Now you will see that you rotate it. And you draw the array. So let me talk about dimension. Let me open my level 2. In order to add a dimension, you have to click DI. When we click DI, this dimension panel appear. You can put it as aligned, linear, angular, radial. It will be different from according to the shape you have. So aligned is the one we actually use usually. For example, I want to make a dimension between these two lines. I will click the first line, just move my cursor without clicking anything, click on the second one, click the last time in order to click your or to show your selection, so your dimension, sorry. Again, for example, I will have an elevation, and also here I want to show a dimension. DI, click the first one, click the second one, click the third one in order to show the dimension. I want to show a dimension of this this window. Let me just okay. For example, I cannot now, when I'm selecting aligned, find the dimension of this corner, because since this one is a vertical, I have to select another vertical line in order to put my dimension. This one is horizontal, I have to select another horizontal line. If I want to know the angle, I have to click on angular, select the first line, select the second line, and click. This one for arch, this one for circular things. For example, if you go to level 1 and you go to wall, you click this little wall like this, and then you click on DI and go to diameter. Click on this one, you can show the diameter. Click on the radial, you can show the radial or radius. Or you do have something called spot elevation. If you go to north, go to spot elevation and click on this elevation, it means you are just showing the height of this line. For example, this point is 3000. If you check the level, it will be the same. Okay. Let's say now we will work with this project and put the dimension of it. For example, I would like to put the dimension of this room I will click on DI, and then I do have two options now. The important for me now is this one. Look, this is the faces of core. When I zoom in, I'm able to select either faces or center line. What I actually want to select wall faces. Now, if I select wall faces, I'm able to directly select the face. Select the face, select the face, select the face, select the face. Go back a bit and click. Now, select the face, select the face, and now go back. Now I know that there is a point here, somewhere here, because I cannot actually select this line. I will just select this like a tab, just click on tab. I can see there is intersection appear. I will click on it and then put it back, put my dimension like this. What if I want to measure this one? I will zoom in, select my point, and then go like this. Select your second point. Let me see if it will accept to select it. It won't accept it. It's okay. You can of course put a dimension like this. What else? You can also click on this dimension and edit type, and here you can see all the properties of it. If you would like to change the color, you will go down and click on any color you want, say apply. Okay, now you can see you change your color. What else? DI. I think these are the important things for you. Let us learn something new, which is this one. Maybe you may even use it in your projects. If I open my 3D, okay, and select my floor, okay, or my roof or anything, you will be able to click on this option, which is displace element. That will be good for your project, guys, if you would like to represent it or represent it in this way. You will click on it. This little thing will appear. You can move it up, and then you could directly use this path. Click on this path, and then click on these corners. And now you will be able to let me just see. Okay, good. And now you will be able, of course, to take a shot from file, export, and go back. From here, of course, from the export, you can export it as CAD file, or you can go down and export it as an image. Always please click on this number and make it 15,000. And this one should be lossless, in order to be high quality. And then change the file location, and export it for you. Before exporting, of course, it's good even to click on this little option. There is a little option in here called show crop region, and beside it there is something called crop view. I will at the beginning show it. There is this little square appear, which means now if I export an image, this is the thing will appear in my image. And now if I click on the second one, I will be able only to see inside of this rectangle. Let me export it for you. Image, change, put it on desktop, save. 15,000, yes, and click OK. It will just take a little time. And then I will open my picture. I can see it in here. Now you can see it, and you can see, I don't know if you can see this little lines, so it's good even to present it, I mean, or just to export some things. Even for Photoshop you could color it in Photoshop if you wish. So this is for you. Now I will just go to another exercise. uh, let me just work with you on this one. Now I will just talk about this exercise and show you how we could even achieve this result. Or for this video I will upload a video on YouTube, and you could watch it, guys, and submit it for your next week. Okay. I'm not sure when your final will be. Anyone knows when the final gonna be? Yes. Yes, you're gonna submit this one. Yes. Yes, this one. You will find the link of it. Yes. Okay. Anyone has any questions? From? Okay. Do you have the program? Okay. Okay. Good. Okay then. If you don't have any question, guys, you could leave. I will upload the link of this one and this link, of course, of this lecture. Let me just take the attendance with you guys. Okay, today is 27. Okay, Ahmed. Uh, okay, guys. Good luck. Any questions? Bye bye. لك يا حي الله يا حي الله يا حي الله الميت. والله الحمد لله يا دكتور، كيف الحوال؟ كيفكم انتم؟ والله من فضل الله علىنا.